Lately? Well, you might want to consider not going then. Walmart, as a result of being angry with Trump and his tariffs, have raised the prices in their stores astronomically. Sometimes it's 50 to 51% on little items like dog and cat food. The everyday things that Americans buy that are not tariffed from China. See, right now, Walmart is in a fight for its life. And they think that overpricing their already overpriced shit is the way to win the war. I don't know about you. I don't care what side you voted on. Walmart is a garbage company doing garbage things for many years. Needs to go under so that the American small business can come back. Mom and pop stores were ran out by this conglomerate, this huge business that's ran by billionaires. They have no clue. They've lost all sense of morality. Do not.
This is it, guys. This is exactly what it's come down to. And I saw this coming a long time ago. South Park saw this coming a long time ago. The Simpsons saw this coming a long time ago. Donald Trump versus Walmart. Who you got, though? Who you got? Do you go visit Donald Trump every day? I know you don't. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, destroy the corporate monsters. But when you want to get some cheap socks or something for cheap, Walmart's got your back. Donald don't got your back, yo. And I'm not saying that I'm like 100% pro Walmart, but I'm definitely not any percent pro Trump. Trump versus Walmart. Who you got? Who do you got? And all those people that are going to be in my comments saying, Walmart sucks, oh, I don't like Walmart. Don't ever go to Walmart again. Don't ever go to Walmart again. Don't do it. Don't ever.
President Trump, a short time ago, telling Walmart that the company should, I'm quoting now, eat the cost, end quote, of higher tariffs.
Because any moment, the cash in your wallet could go up in flames without warning. On April 2, 2025, the White House turned the Rose Garden into a trade arena when President Trump signed Executive Order 14,257, dubbed by the media as the Liberation Day Tariffs Package. As of midnight on April 5th, every shipment entering the U.S. faced a base tariff of 10%, except for Canada and Mexico. 4 days later, a series of tit-for-tat rates slamming some 60 official partners was activated. The heaviest blow fell on China, 145% on most goods, prompting a cascade of order cancellations at the Huntar toy factory, one of Walmart's key suppliers, just hours after the rule took effect, forcing the plant owner to cut output by up to 70% in April alone. In just 4 weeks, the American Toy Association reported that over 45% of its members risked bankruptcy, while Shenzhen Long Beach container rates nearly tripled despite a plunge in demand. Europe was equally stunned. On May 2nd, President Trump threatened a straight 50% levy on all EU goods unless Brussels capitulated, then temporarily extended the deadline to July 9th after a call with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. That brief reprieve evaporated more than $180 billion in EU market value, froze German auto exports to the US, and saw the Euro Stoxx 600 slide 4.4% in just 3 sessions. In Seoul, the Korean government held emergency talks when a 25% tax on imported cars, effective April 3rd, threatened 49% of Hyundai and Kia exports to America. South Korea's central bank now forecasts a further 4% drop in auto exports to the US in Q3, risking tens of thousands of jobs in Gwangju and Ulsan. The tariff wave was not only high but erratic. On May 28th, the U.S. Court of International Trade ruled that the president had exceeded his authority under the IEEPA, temporarily blocking most of the new duties. That emergency break threw businesses and investors into deeper confusion. What if the injunction is lifted after weeks of appeals? Amid this turmoil, supply chain giants, especially Walmart, were left scrambling. The company, which once rotated 11,000 containers a day on a just-in-time model, now faces stock shortages, skyrocketing costs, and, most alarmingly, a looming $25 billion net loss in Q2. That is the starting point for the crisis we'll unpack next. The supply chain meltdown is more than a line item in corporate reports. It's hitting everyday Americans in the wallet. Since Trump's 145% China tariff took effect, Asia to US sea freight rates have jumped from $3,500 to $6,500 per 40-foot container in the first 3 weeks of May, a near 85% surge, with carriers warning $8,500 is just around the corner. Freightos notes a 20% rise in blank sailings, stranded empty containers, and half-month shipment delays. The fatal blow struck the heart of just-in-time. Walmart, America's largest container importer, has admitted to hours when store shelves stand bare because trucks wait for containers to clear ports. Costs haven't stopped at sea. On land, a warehouse leasing frenzy as companies stockpile before the next tariff wave has quadrupled bonded warehouse rents, while standard storage fees have surged 60% in a single quarter. Flex, the Airbnb of warehousing, reports bonded space inquiries up 6-fold, prompting a wait list. With 10 distribution centers paused to cut losses, Walmart now burns millions a day on rent, utilities, and labor just to hold idle containers, expenses JIT once nearly eliminated. The fallout hits supermarket bills next. Nationwide economists estimate the new tariffs will drain an extra $1,000 per year from each American household's wallet. On the corporate side, CFO John David Rainey warns retail prices will start rising at the end of May and accelerate in June. Imagine choice beef that cost $12 per pound now fetching $14. A patio set from Guangdong tacked on $60. A $350 child car seat from Suzhou, accruing a straight $100 tariff, as Rainey recounted to CNBC. Walmart's everyday low price slogan is trembling. From containers stuck offshore to empty aisles in your neighborhood, this tariff shock has shattered the just-in-time lifeline U.S. retail has relied on for 3 decades. While the White House insists these duties will lower living costs, tens of thousands of warehouse workers are sidelined, and American consumers are paying more for every box of cereal. The road ahead for Walmart, and for our wallets, is darkening as freight, storage, and retail prices climb by the hour, leaving low- and middle-income families reeling. On the afternoon of May 28th, a leaked 12-page confidential memo titled Project Triage from Walmart's Bentonville headquarters sent shockwaves through Wall Street. Walmart will hibernate 10 key distribution centers over the next 6 weeks, spanning from California to Florida. The specific list includes Riverside, California, Fontana, California, Brooksville, Florida, Winter Haven, Florida, Pageland, South Carolina, Sanger, Texas, Elwood, Illinois, Groveport, Ohio, Plainfield, Indiana, and Menominee, Wisconsin. Each of these sites is confirmed to be a distribution warehouse or order fulfillment center exceeding 800,000 square feet, operating 24/7 within Walmart's 151 million square foot network. According to supply chain consultancy MWPVL, a typical Walmart regional GMDC employs over 1,000 full-time staff, plus another 1,500 seasonal workers at peak. Multiplying that across 10 locations, the People's Union USA estimates some 50,000 jobs, nearly 70% of them short-term contracts or agency positions, will be suspended without pay starting June 30th. The announcement immediately triggered a nationwide 72-hour Don't Shop at Walmart boycott campaign set to launch this coming Monday. It wasn't just the unions that exploded in outrage. Local governments sprang into action too. In DeKalb County, Georgia, where 2 Walmart superstores closed earlier this year, Mayor Lynn Deutsch warned of another punch to workers' paychecks upon hearing Groveport was going dark. Meanwhile, Brooksville, Florida's city council, where DC number 6030 accounts for 9% of tax revenue, called an emergency meeting, fearing a domino effect among the 200 satellite trucking companies clustered around the Kettering Road Industrial Park. On a national scale, the disappearance of 50,000 jobs ignited fierce debate just a week after Walmart revealed plans to cut 1,500 corporate positions for streamlining. Bipartisan lawmakers have demanded a House Commerce Committee hearing, questioning why the retail giant would throttle its distribution network just as the White House insists President Trump's new tariffs aren't hurting Main Street. More critically, the temporary closures strike at the heart of Walmart's everyday low price strategy. With half of its